What's up, brick builders? Today's build is TIE Fighter. This is set number 8028-1. Year it came out was 2008. Age group 6+, and it comes with a piece count of 44. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video. A super fantastic Star Wars little build here that has quite a bit of these Technic plates in there. See that? With the holes in there? And there's a reason for that. Super cool. And it does, like I say, it does have quite a little bit of Technic content to it. This particular set, it was available for sale in the stores, like Target, Walmart, British stores, Sean, British stores, Tesco's, and things like that. But it was also featured as a free giveaway with a lot of English newspapers like the Daily Mirror, the Sun, the News of the World. I think this is the first one I've known that News of the World has done a free Lego set giveaway, and other newspapers like that. Super cool. Nice little build for a free model, I've got to say. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? There's our pieces, and our instructions today are courtesy of Brick Instructions, and we have got a little bit of dark bluish grey. We've got some dark bluish grey Technic bricks there with the cross ends inside there. Important that they are the cross and not the hole, because we're going to take this 8 long axle here. I think it's an 8 stud long. Let's have a look. 6. That's 6 plate there, so it should overhang by 2 studs. It is indeed an 8 stud long axle. So we're going to put the axle through the bricks, and the bricks are going to be the cockpit ball. Okay, so we want them in the center ish. Everybody's screaming that it's not the center. It's probably not. It's not until the wings go on, then everything will level up. We're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to put a 2x2 blue plate with a cross hole in there. There was 2 variants of this. There was the X hole, and there was the cross hole. Period correct. This one came with a cross hole, so we're going to pop the blue plate underneath there, 2x2 circular blue plate, and then we want some studs on the front and the back here for the dishes. And we're going to get that with these bracket plates, 1x2 bracket plate there with 4 studs going down. And that's going to overhang on the front. And we want another one. That's going to overhang on the back. So far we've got really no front or back, but we're going to call this the front. We're going to build the cockpit ball up. We're going to put 2x2 circular light bluish grey plates. Again, the cross hole. And one on the top there. Okay, there we go, one on the top, and then we want one on each side of the wing. And you want them, because there's no studs here to attach, that's one of the good reasons for this axle. Just go slide them on, and you want the studs facing outwards like that. So we're starting to get the cockpit ball shape starting to form. Next, we want some axles, not axles, sorry, bushings. So we've got these slightly reduced bushings here with a cross hole, and you're going to pop those in there, and that should fit snug against these studs along here, so it will stick out. That is important. These are going to act as spacers. So we've got one on each side there. Those are in light bluish grey as well. And you can see it's starting to form. Now we want the dishes on the back. The dishes on the back, we've got light bluish grey 2x2 dish. And on the inside of the dish, we're going to put a 1x1 black stud. And they are solid studs. You could use open studs as well if you had open studs. But they are solid studs that came with it. This one's going to go on the back end. And you're going to put that stud. The reason why I put the stud in the dish first, it's so much easier to put that together. He said, there we go, that's the back end, and you can see Turn it around. This is going to be front. So we're going to do the same thing, but with the front. But this time we've got a trans clear dish. And put black stud on there. Turn it around. It goes on the front. So now we've definitely got a front and we've definitely got a back. And that is the cockpit ball done. Now we want the wings. The wings, very, very simple. We're going to take a, was this 2x8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, yes. It's going to have 7 holes in between the studs. And we want a 2x4 Technic plate with 3 holes in between the studs. And you want that to just go straight across underneath like so. So this is the important reason why we've got the holes in the plates, because the axles are going to go through the holes like so. See? At the moment they're just free spinning, but we're gonna sort that out. So we want 2. We're going to turn it upside down. We want 2 1x4 black plates, 1 on each side, and they're just normal plates. So we've got 1 and then 2, and then we want another plate circular with the axle hole, and that's going to go right in the middle over that hole there, and that's what's going to hold the axle in place. Okay, we'll flip it back over. Now we want to build the angle plates. So we've got these 2x4 angle plates. We've got 4 of each. I think it's 4 of each. 2. Yes, there's 4 of each. 4 of each. Which is cool. You get quite a lot of these angle plates with this set. And you want to put the widest part in the middle of the wing, and the narrowest part at the tips of the actual wing edges, top and bottom. So you want the widest parts meet in the middle. So we got this one, doesn't fit there. It's going to go there like that. Go pick this one. That's going to go there, and you can see the TIE Fighter wing is starting to form. There we go. There's our wing, and now we just want to dress it up nicely. So again, we're going to take another one of these 2x2 circular plates. So you get quite a few of those as well. You want to line the studs up. If your studs are slightly off, just slightly turn it around, line the studs up. It's got to be in the center of the wing. Push it in. And then we're just going to decorate the outer edges and the parts next to this circular plate with these great plates, 1x2 great plates. Period correct, they would have had the groove underneath. So we're going to pop one at the top, one at the bottom, and one on each side. Oops, that's upside down, like that. And that is your completed wing. What you have to do is just slide that axle. I'm going to put my fingers behind the bushing there to stop it from pushing the axle through, and then just gently coax, and you can see the axle comes right smooth flush with the studs of the 2x2 circular plate there, and that is the whole reason why you have the bushing, is to space it out. Also, it kind of gives that little gap between the cockpit ball and the wing. So again, we're going to do another wing. So we're going to put that behind there, flip it upside down. We want the 1x4s. Flip it back over. Now we want the angle plates. Remember, then the widest part is in towards the middle of the wing. There we go. We don't want that yet. We want this. And then we want this one. And then we decorate. Upside down again. There we go. Now we have a skid plate left behind, and that's just going to go underneath the cockpit ball to finish it off. I forgot that. And then we've got the other wing. I'm going to put my thumb just behind there to stop that from pushing the axle through. And there we go. And that is our TIE fighter. It's a super cool little design. At first, when I saw the blue and black, I was like, I've not seen that in a film. But it still looks pretty cool. I mean, you could change these to the light grey or dark grey. That would look pretty cool too. But it kind of looks first order-ish. Kind of. Except for it's not red. But it's a nice little design of a TIE fighter. You could have it that way if you want. If you want the smoother bit on the top. What a cool little design. Could have put a little 1x1 light blue, trans light blue stud there just for the twin ion engine. Which is what TIE stands for, by the way. Twin ion engine fighter. Super, super cool. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And as you can see, it's a decent size set as well. Can you believe this was free? This was free. Jeez. So, so cool. Very swooshy. Super, super swooshy. Nothing's going to fall off that. It's a very stable build. Don't think the ramp is going to fare too well. Oh, oh! Do you know what? It did. It did. It's gonna damage his Lego. Launch system. It's like Buck Rogers, old Buck Rogers launch system. It kind of goes, doesn't it? It doesn't. It doesn't land it very well, but it actually. Oh dear! It actually does make it up the ramp. Kinda. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, put your notifications on to all so you don't miss us in the next one. I'm Sean from BRIT'N. Peace.